Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in now, this is map 3 of the finals. We got Thrown Down the OwnedWell facing off against the Dentist. The Dentist with a really shaky start, but almost with a good bounce back win on Seraphim, as we have a clip in here.
Alright, let's go, boys! Map Trace. Grande Finals. sDOM. Let's do it. Blue needs the map win. Stay in the game. Red taking control of top early. Amp already taken off the table. Blackout dead. As Cafe gets a dub kill to stop that in its tracks.
That was huge from Cafe. Cafe was just juggling him up there. And the last thing they needed was Red to get a good amp off the bat, so props to Mr. Coffee Man.
Yeah, Rummy already hitting the killing spree in mid here. Finally goes down to Ravenix. That's not the best start. 3-9. As Blackout is not playing mid. Humpty is down low. Cud is up top. Blackout with him. Like he is playing Cafe and Monk.
So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Rummy had to scream for mercy playing against Rain, but I guess he's looking at the matchup and he says, you know, I bested Ravenix the past 2 points, let's do it again, as he has an 8-1 early lead right now.
Yeah, 8 points. Very quickly for Red. We're bringing it back to this a little bit.
Yeah, no, 4-point game. Nothing too crazy right now. Looks like Ravenix is getting a bit of control middle. And Snaky actually opening up a bit down low against Humpty, 8-4 right now. Every point will count.
Got Amp on the table here in just a minute. 2-point game. Blue taking control of top. Felt prematurely onto Cud here as Cud gets just slobber knockered. He tries to come up the ramp side. Checking out Hideout. Ravenix only with 7 points, Rummy with 13. Ravenix every game has started off a little bit behind Rummy and not able to close the gap.
Bit shaky, but I mean he's up against one of the best sDOM players.
Yep. Amp up. Blue in position. They're gonna get this boost. Lose the point. Also, Monk does go down with the amp.
Yeah, it goes down really quickly. Well, a lot of the time what people do is they will get the amp and they'll dodge across to that red sort of tunnel here where they can pick up a couple vials, get the thigh pads as well, since they're typically up. And then from there, you know, there's a lot of different ways to play the amp on Typhoon. Tough to get a good run though, but I mean, we've seen people like Fear in the past getting their godlikes on.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's not easy, especially when you're playing high tier games.
Oh yeah, I mean, you've got to be the cream of the crop to do it on a map like Typhoon.
Checking out points down low. Humpty with 9. Snaky Poop with 17, so Snaky Poo taking it over Humpty again. It's just not as big as Rummy is taking down Ravenix. Ravenix finally hitting 10, 23 on Rum at the moment.
I think it's pretty surprising because, I mean, we've seen some really strong low performances from Humpty in the past. So the fact that he's getting messed up by Snaky, maybe he just needs a bit to settle into his groove.
Yeah, he started off on the wrong foot in every map, it seems. He has brought it back. But not something you want in the finals right away.
Yeah, and so the Dentist within striking distance, I mean, they're -6. 16 minutes to play. I mean, things could easily go wrong from here on out. But they've got to be feeling okay. Just okay.
Just okay. 63-55 coming into this one. Humpty saying pause. I think he forgot the exclamation point. Snaky Poo dropping down, or dropping out. I wonder, the enemy team actually called the pause.
Yeah, that was good sportsmanship from Humpty there. So Snaky Poo pulling a vanishing act once again. Not that big of a deal though. I mean, it's a 9-point game still. Nothing too far out of reach. As we're going to keep our fingers crossed for him. As Cafe says, is getting to me.
The jungle fever.
Pretty sure I'm going to die. I think he actually has been infected by the jungle fever. But luckily, there is a cure. Blackout says, I'll put hazelnut on your tombstone. Thank you, Blackout.
That's nice. You got jungle fever. Dude, that's a legit song.
No, I know. We're now officially
Stevie
muted.
Wonder, man.
Thank you, Mr. Grins. Somewhere, somehow, there's a copyright bot that's going to trawl over this.
Oh, good God.
We're done,
I'm going to get an invoice in the mail. Monk saying go.
Bam. We're going.
56-inch pack. Whoa!
Thank you, Pooh. What a troll. Just wanted another countdown.
So, 10-point game as we get back into this. Amp up. It's going to go to blue immediately. Cafe, supporting his buddy, shoots Blackout in the back. Let's see if Monk made it out of here. He did. He's alive. And well, 100 points. Going to get hit twice by that belt, as I don't think Cud was even looking at him.
No.
Just happened to come up on his face.
Definitely worked out for him. So, especially looking at it, Monk actually dropped down for the belt. He had the timing on it, but Cafe had taken it just a couple seconds before he had. So, good timing there. And so, the belt is one of those things where, you know, different teams have different strategies for it. Typically, you will not send the low guy on it, just because it's too hectic to get back there. And you'll typically have a high guy dropping down, controlling it. And I don't think it's that important when the amp's not up, but if you have the time on it, especially when the amp is going to be there, it could really be a game changer.
Monk helping out mid here a bit, trying to get Ravenix jump started for his squad. 19 on Hideout, 36 for Rummy, so that's quite a deficit. Snaky Poo, his points are a little bit off. He's only got 6. It's actually a lot more than that. He should be beating Humpty down low in the pit.
But it looks like he's having a bit of trouble since the reconnect, I mean. We shall see. So, 89 to 79. Dentists fighting for their life right now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go.
Point game. It's about. Gonna be about these amps, I think. If Monk can make something happen. I mean, that's really been the call for his team so far. We saw the close win on Garden, which was probably one of the most entertaining amp runs we've seen.
Garden!
Yep.
My
down
nemesis.
to actually knocking you out of the tournament. Amp up on the table right now, but Red's gonna block this attempt. And Monk needs to get a kill here. It doesn't happen, so that's gonna possibly be a red amp. They get the spawns that they need, come back up. Only Cud is alive on the point. Blackout showing up, one blue guy. Monk gonna take down Blackout. Cud staying alive for quite a while. Now up to Cafe. He's gonna take down Cud though before he dies, so blocking another amp attempt. Everything in favor of blue, and they're gonna get this amp. Monk gonna stay alive, actually doesn't opt to fall down low right off the bat. Gonna come down low now. Amp in hand. 3-point game. Needs to make something magical happen. There's a few shots here on Blackout. Uh-oh, don't die here! No! Rummy's gonna come around the corner and shut that down. Monk in a position he did not want to be in. As that amp is off the table. Belt on red. Watching on Hideout is 46 to 30. Ravenix down 16.
So, it's a 6-point game, and I mean, no real separation from either team yet. actually down to 5 right now. But,
Yeah, it's been swinging back and forth. Red, though, has been in the lead for the most part.
I think, as I said, I would have to give Strom the edge right now, just because I feel like your confidence right now, it's got to be off the hook. And I mean, sDOM is one of those games where, you know, if you're feeling good, you're playing well. And if you're not, it really does affect you.
Yeah, and that's really what I think everybody is afraid of is the sweep. I think we all wanted to see at least maybe 4 games coming, but right now, match point, we're throwing down the OwnedWell as Blackout decides to take a power nap or something. Drops out.
I mean, why not? I mean, the other team's had a couple. But I was actually watching the Counter-Strike tournament this weekend, and one of the commentators was saying it's the job to, you know, keep the audience thinking that the other team can come back. But I think I'm going to fail my job and predict the sweep right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking too good. This map, as we said in the beginning, was not one of Monk's team's best maps. Though they did start off with kind of a wonky setup. Right now they're starting off with something I think is more ideal. That's keeping them close in this game. But it's really going to be a tall order to fill. I mean, we're talking milkshakes and everything to bake for your restaurant.
I agree. And I mean, also, I think if you look at it right now, Monk throwing Cafe in for all 3 maps so far. I'm not sure if Ulo was available, but I think especially on a map like Campgrounds, he might have had a better chance throwing somebody like Ulo up in the dungeons against Cud.
Yeah. Anyway, possible red amp. Keg is off the table, was taken by Snaky. 1-point game as Blackout's going to disappear here. He's actually under fire, or was a little bit over the thigh pad, so he's got a little stack going on. Ravic's coming over to try and give him some hassles, only tags him once. Rummy is going to shoot him in the face for fun. Blackout making impact in mid by shooting Ravenix twice. 3-point game. More points in the arms of Blue. Belt off the table as Monk had taken that. Blackout, ooh, falling down in this pit. Yeah, they're gonna collapse on him, they're coming down! 2, 3, and they fall on his head. And that is Blackout going down right here. This is gonna be a little bit of a point swing for Red here at the end, because Blue committed everything to come down and drop on his head.
True, but I think overall that amp was a net negative there.
We'll see. 4-point game, as things are starting to stabilize. Jumping quickly up to 6. Check down low. How is Snaky doing? He's got 33 points back in his hat with Humpty's 35. Granted, Snaky was in the lead when he kept disconnecting.
Oh, indeed.
So we're not even sure what the real winning is going on down there, but the other story is Hideout.
If I was to guess, he's something like plus 25 right now, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but Hideout here is 40 to 64 in Rummy, and Rummy has been the rock for this team so far. They didn't have anything to match up with him. Ravenix tried his darndest, but with getting a deficit in the beginning of every map, this is really hard to come back from.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Rummy goes into every season and he's always like, oh, I'm overrated, I think the next seasons, whatever they might be and whenever they might be, Rummy is going to be getting a salary boost.
Yeah. 9 minutes left in this game. Amp back on the table, as well as some other power-ups. Belt should be up. Amp going to Blue this time. Should be Mr. Monk. Gonna get hit once. He's down dangerously low. He's got 2 hits with 61 health. Gonna opt to jump up back out of the fight. Getting over kind of where Blackout was. Helping down low. Humpty getting sniped. Blackout spies him, is trying to hunt him down. 1 shot, 2. The other one coming from Rummy on the other side. And that amp run didn't have much of an impact. 3-point game.
I don't know if the camera was still on Monk after he died there, but a lot of times, you know, people will take the lift up and they'll go straight to high. It's really effective if you can take a pot shot at the dude while you're going up. I know the few times I've played low, when I have people doing that, it's just so much easier to control the point. Whereas some people just aren't comfortable enough to let go of a shot while they're trying to time a lift jump.
Right. It's really annoying when you're playing low, too. I hate it. So, 3-point game still. I mean, Blue has kept it close again. But we might see, maybe we'll see a different swing here like on Seraphim. It's all going to come down to the wire. 8 minutes.
I mean, I think you can tell both teams really strong. Both, they match up fairly well. But I think Red just might have a bit more left in the tank.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the bad start on campgrounds for Blue, I'm sure, really hurt morale. And now that you're facing elimination, the team's got match point. You gotta win everything from now on.
True, and from my perspective, I could never cheer for the team that eliminated me, so... As we have another amp coming up.
Yeah, Blackout in position to block this. Two Blues are ready to boost. Blackout's gonna go in, get one, and then Cut takes down the other. That's gonna be a red amp. Opting to give it to Cut, except the boost is shorted. Cut face planting into the wall. Blackout going down, possible Blue amp. They're gonna get it again.
Really nice
Going
double
to
kill.
Monk. Monk hiding in the corner. Ah! Falls backwards, down to 40 health. Stuck on a wall. He wants the health back. He needs to kill Blackout here. He's gonna get it. Blue needs to use this to come back. Monk lagging a bit as he comes up to grab these health packs, or these vials. Up in control, checking on belt. It is up, so we got a stacked Monk. Down 8 points. 6.5 minutes into this one. Takes 2 shots. Needs to start connecting quickly. Oh my goodness gracious! Alright, he's gonna get it. It's the killing spree, but there's so many red all around, he's not gonna be able to get out of that corner.
Yeah, that was just a wild flurry of activity there.
Wasn't able to get back to where the position was gonna be. He had everything to do it, but just got collapsed on before he could get out of there. Didn't get support. Get up to really make an impact.
And just like that, Red has widened the margin to 14 points, now 13, which, I mean, you can easily come back from that, but based on the tempo of the game, if I'm the dentist, I've got to be a bit nervous right now.
Definitely. All the points for Blue just a little bit now. They're going to go over the 200 point mark right now, down 10. Snakey now actually ahead of Humpty down low. So Snakey doing alright, but he's on an island and can't affect anything else.
True, the low point actually is pretty much separate from everything. Like, you could probably mute yourself and it wouldn't really affect the game.
Come on, team, you're doing great! Hideout though, Rummy at 90. Ravenix is 58. You can see over 100 points for Rummy by the end of this one. 5 minutes left in the game. Amp coming up. Blackout going to be gifted this one. Hits Monk before he can take damage, and this is going to be a damageless amp off of the grab. Going to grab thigh pads.
Monk denying the belt though, so Blackout will not find it if he drops down for it.
Yeah, and that's a normal play. Once you know the amp is gone, you can't do anything about it. Make sure all the other giant power-ups are off the map. Blackout opting to go down to mid here. Takes 1-2. Down to 19 and then dying to Ravenix. Ravenix is a double kill, bullying his way into that mid hideout area. So, again, another amp that didn't get to where it wanted to be. Didn't get set.
Yeah. 11-point game, 4.5 minutes remaining. Monk actually pretty set up top. I mean, he hasn't lost too much of his belt right now. Up to 121 HP. Putting in work. I think he's single-handedly bringing his team into it right now. Just by his control up top and even affecting hideout.
Blue really needs to take control of the top point if they want to swing this. So right now, both of them on ramp is not the best place to be. Rummy also there to help that out. Opting to control top, giving up hideout for a bit.
I feel like the story of this finals so far has been the lack of Blue's answer for Rummy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you'd think that Ravenix would keep it close on one of the maps against him, but unfortunately not the case. So, you know, regardless of what's happened on the other points, Rummy has just been dominating his own quite handedly.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, it's such a luxury if you're throwing to have a dude who, you know, you can throw him at pretty much any point and he's going to dominate it.
And that's surprising because we've seen Ravenix really excel at the highest level in Dom, sDOM, but missing the boost there. Monk doesn't get the amp, down to 1 HP. But yeah. I think it's just a case of, you know, Ravenix is a great sDOM player, but not at the level of someone like Rummy. And really, there's not that many that are at his level.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you caught that, but Blackwood actually tried to flip for the keg. Snakey took it before him and shot him on the way down. taking the amp off the table. That was a huge play by Snaky Blue there.
Missed that.
Nice.
He's putting his team on his back. He's yelling at him. He's saying, "Come on, boys, do this."
Speaking of, looking like Red might sew this one up. Shall we do a listen-in to perhaps capture the tournament-winning moment?
Actually, I'd want to hear maybe the first 30 seconds of Blue with their back against the wall, and then maybe the celebrations.
Okay,
assuming they don't clap back in.
Alright, I'm back. No. I'm back.
One from
Cap's
back.
back. He's dead. Black out front.
You got me. Both up there. One up back.
Come on, guys, 3 points. We can do it still.
I'm good. Hit Humpty once for you.
Black out 1 shot. Crash hit Cud once as well.
Dead cut up there with belt.
Eggs up,
Doesn't get it.
once. Don't worry about Keg, just run point. I killed Humpty. Don't worry about Keg. 1 minute left, man.
I'm dying, man. I can't get in my spot.
I killed Humpty for you. Boost. Is that armor?
He took it now.
Cut to front. Dead.
Man, I'm lagging out. God.
Armor's up now. Play. We're still winning, Snaky. Just try your best. Hello. Cut in.
Oh my god.
Wow, did we win?
We lost. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
fucking believable.
Let's go, baby. We got this.
Oh my goodness, look how bad we got outfragged.
That's fucking unbelievable.
Naked, go reboot your router.
He's done that. Oh my goodness. My connection's fucking fine again now. My fucking girlfriend was downloading shit.
Oh.
Apologize for the colorful language, but obviously the dentists are quite excited winning that map. Really came down to the wire. I thought OwnedWell was going to close it out, but that amp run by Monk at the end, that really just closed it out for the dentist. And you heard Snaky was actually lagging out at the end, and Monk's just like, just hang on, do your best, Snaky. We're still winning. We're still winning. Wow, what a game.
Oh man, it's nice to see another team on the wrong end of that as well. Oh man.
Snaky, you can tell he's hyped up. He's like, let's go. We won that one.
Yeah, and I mean, going into this, I actually think we could possibly see 5 maps. We saw Blackout with his Godlike to seal the deal against Ambition last week, but aside from that, a lot of the amp runs were pretty mediocre from Throw 'em. So this is a map where, you know, if Monk gets a good amp run, we could easily be seeing overtime. Ay.